EDG just probably going to ban exactly the same champions. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Pretty much.
And HYG taking some time for this second ban. They just don't quite know.
Well, it's a tough decision.
Exactly.
Their first pick, so they don't necessarily have to ban the Gangplank, but having not found success with them actually having it earlier, I feel like it's not a bad decision for them.
Yeah, well, Gangplank, second ban here. Lissandra going to follow suit.
They should ideally ban LeBlanc, pick Lulu. That should just be what they do. But
would make sense, unless they want to pick the LeBlanc.
Yeah, they could, but I don't know if Gosu wants to reveal that this early against
Very good
Red
point.
Side Pawn.
Yeah. Well, Lulu is going to be the ban. Going towards it for now. We'll see what EDG decide to do. They could ban the Lulu, leave something else up. I believe it was the Alistair that they banned last time around.
Yeah.
But they could take away the Graves first pick opportunity. Of course, March hasn't quite found the success on the champion, so it is just going to be the same bans.
Just first pick Graves, I guess.
Yeah. First pick Graves, first pick Thresh? Okay, I mean, this is what EDG decided to do last time around. It was the first pick of the Thresh. Shu is a decent Thresh player.
Yeah, but they're also just going to give over a ridiculous first draft to EDG, whatever they want.
Yeah.
And, like, we did question when EDG locked this in. I think there's a lot of merit to it, knowing that the Alistar's banned.
Yeah.
But it also leaves open champions that I was worried HYG were going to do well on, and now EDG get their own chance to potentially use them.
Yeah, well, the Corki could be very scary in the hands of Pawn, or Deft, who is arguably the best Corki player in the world. Especially one of the most
Corki
celebrated.
Ezreal flex as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Between these two.
Well, Corki, one being considered for now. What are the other sort of ridiculous champions that are still up? Ooh, okay, Callista being considered. That is showing the hand of Edward Gaming.
It's
very
taking
early.
it away from HYG as well, though.
Yep, it's a very good point.
Fresh Callista, pretty good. Taking the Callista also lets Clear Love look towards Rengar.
That is a good point as well.
That was also a really annoying feature that stumped Dandy a few times.
Oh, Graves, of course.
Yeah.
Sort of has to be locked away, but Callista is going to be the choice, not the Corki. They've got the double 80 carry so far. We'll see whether they go triple or whether HYG are going to take the Corki one more time. But I have a feeling that EDG probably just think, okay, well, if Ghost is going to do it again, we'll just pick LeBlanc again and kill him.
Absolutely.
Makes a bit of sense.
Still lots of options across the board here. HYG, they seem to be defined in their style. The champions just generally reflect that. Rek'Sai or Elise always picked in the jungle roles.
Yep.
Graves is possible, but they just don't prioritize it.
Rek'Sai actually the most picked here for March so far. He's thinking about going back to it. The Elise didn't quite work. Managed to get some follow-up kills in the early game, but just didn't really get rolling. The Rek'Sai, we'll see whether this is going to be a better option as Fawn hovering the Zed. I just want it to happen, but it probably won't.
Kassadin could.
Yeah.
It's, again, Corki's like a 65% magic damage champion. You can just play the Corki and then put Kassadin into it. Just go Corrupting Potion, outlast him. 3 levels into the queue, then max E.
That's a good point.
Just get through laning phase and you'll be perfectly fine.
He doesn't have to lock it in now, though.
No.
So we'll see what is decided here, as it's a couple of supports now hovered. Fawn considering a Nautilus, as Bard is the hover for Death. Not sure whether Bard is going to be the choice, as Braum is, of course, there. Nautilus is locked in. Could go to Koro in the top lane. Could, of course, go to Mako as well, as Poppy's there at the same time. Rusty's dropped his pen.
Just can't find it.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone.
That's the
No,
real
he's
issue.
got it. He's found it. We're all good. But Poppy Nautilus.
Elusive black pen on black ground. Don't do that.
Yeah, problematic. Really bad situation. You see, Rusty made the classic mistake there of dropping the black pen on the black ground. We'll see whether he's going to be able to follow that one up with
You're
an
watching
adequate
me use
change.
the pen.
No, you've got it now.
I've
You're
got
all
the
good.
pen.
You're all good.
It's
I was
okay.
hoping that you weren't going to make that mistake again. But, okay, XQ. Hovering Illusion. And Shu is considering a Vayne. So I'm not entirely sure whether that one is going to be the choice. As Fiora makes a little bit more sense.
Top Vayne's the counter to Fiora.
I've heard this. I've heard this.
The one thing that I'll advocate besides AP Corki instead of AD.
Well, it is the Fiora locked in. XQ actually going to take the Lucian away from Deft. Although it doesn't actually matter because he was definitely playing Kalista. And now we'll see whether Pawn decides to go towards that Kassadin. Does definitely have the option.
Not a bad option. I just think that maybe the jungle pressure of a Rek'Sai could influence him away from it, as the kill threat would be very legitimate with Rek'Sai Corki. And Ahri's like a happy middle ground between them.
Yeah.
So you want Victor, but you want to be a Kassadin. Ahri's like, I can do it all. Almost like Kayle.
And Pawn gets to, you know, make some flashy plays around the Rift as well, which is definitely what he likes to do a lot of the time. 10 seconds to go. Still the hover on the Ahri. Pawn not saying a whole lot. See what they decide on here. 4 seconds to go. Ahri looks to be the consideration.
Yeah.
So Pawn going to be locking that one in for the mid lane. A lot of maneuverability for this team comp. We are going to see Deft on that Kalista again. Permanently banned against the guy when Kalista was at the height of her popularity because Deft was just so good at the champion.
There was like 4 players in the LPL that just had Kalista permanently banned away from them. And this is one of those situations where you have to worry how good he is on this still.
Oh, yeah. May not have been practicing it as much, 6.1, because she was slightly nerfed.
But this is 5.24.
Yep.
But still great.
Yeah, still great, most definitely. And I have a feeling that Deft probably hasn't lost all of that skill that he did have before. So Koro is going to be the one taking the Nautilus towards the top lane. The last question that we had for Edward Gaming was whether or not they were going to take the Poppy or the Nautilus top, and it looks like the Nautilus is going to be the option. As 17 is going to have a lot of things that he can use his riposte on.
Yeah. 17 also a very good Fiora player.
Yeah.
See if he can make it work.
True, and we'll also see whether EDG decide to avoid that lane matchup, maybe.
Nautilus is pretty good into the lane swaps, I will say.
Yeah.
Kalista can kind of punish, and you got Mako who can roam on that Poppy, so I think different team composition here from EDG. Entirely capable of lane swaps and 2v1s.
Yeah, not sure whether it is going to be what they're going to go for, because of course they did just win the game in straight up laning last time around. May not want to change that. Now that we are into game number 2. Slight buffer as well for the team. But, let's get onto the Rift. And here we are onto the Rift, the game number 2 between EDG and HYG. EDG looking to close this one out 2-0 if they can, but HYG now with 17 on that. Fiora in the top lane might be able to change things up as they're already at a 5 stack. Looking to try and invade.
And also looking to remain undefeated with their full MSI lineup here at EDG since this season has started.
Koro going to be able to scout at least 17 moving towards this brush.
He just hits the ward. What are you doing, man?
Oh, he's gotten hooked now as well. Immediately flashes away towards his turret. No follow-up CC, and Koro's a little bit sheepish.
At what point, when you see a ward placed, do you just stay and hit it?
Well, he saw 17 move up, and you know, a lot of top laners, if you're just doing regular sort of...
No, I understand, but like, again, he just honestly didn't need to do that. At all.
He wasn't going to kill it, was he?
No.
Cute.
I think like Leona's the only one that can at level 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Garen, actually.
Rek'Sai can too, if you get it straight away with your Q.
Okay. There you go. Well, he's none of those.
Yep, true.
So that's your issue, Koro.
Mm-hmm. Shyvana.
You should be playing Garen.
Shyvana can eat wards pretty easily. But you don't take your Q level 1.
It's going to stick with Garen.
Yeah, lock Garen. But you can see it is going to be the red start for EDG on the opposite side of the map. As it looks like no lane swap is going to ensue. Clear love. They do have a pink ward down here as Mako started with that one.
Yeah.
Only wants one potion. You can see the pings coming out because HYG are able to take down that
That's
frog.
the kind of pink ward that will never get spotted. I just want to keep tabs on that one. Just see how long it stays there for.
The value
It's
pink
a deceptive placement of it, to say the least.
Yeah. Clearlove actually continuing to get farmed into this jungle. Doesn't actually walk over the ward as well because he's looking for an early
Straight
gank bottom
bottom.
lane.
Oh, this is the most aggressive Graves I think I've ever seen.
That's the second level 2 gank in a row if he actually comes down there, but doesn't. HYG, they're aware of it.
This is the real test. Does March check it? He doesn't. Oh, the pink stays.
Oh god. We'll be coming back to that pink ward as the game progresses.
One game, one pink.
This
Isn't it value?
Well, 17. It has found some vitals of Koro. Koro saying, why does it have to be in the front of me? Now I can't farm. It's the most frustrating thing.
Actually changed in 6.2 as well. I mean, two very predictable places.
Oh, really?
Top right and bottom left, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so not random anymore. Is now.
Yeah, most definitely random right now. Does make for a little bit more predictable counterplay, and you don't get as frustrated on RNG. Let's go through landing a decent phosphorus from there on the pawn. But with his passive, Pawn's going to have a fair bit of his health. Coming back over time. Evens up the farm here as well, but that's a big wave moving towards Gosu right now.
Yeah, just going to see a pretty standard farm. I don't think Pawn has a lot of kill pressure in this middle lane, whereas Gosu can kind of out-damage to an extent. And Clearlove's pressure has kind of, in a way, conceded his own red buff.
Yeah, not wanting to really 3-buff March here as 17 might actually take this one away. Is that happening?
Yeah, no.
No.
Just watching.
Helping, getting some extra experience. Oh, and they're considering a dive onto Pawn, who's down quite low. He's moving very far away. Nice placement there, just to make sure that he can't get dove by the Rek'Sai.
You have to say there's good communication, though, as well. They knew the top lane was missing here, so Koro would have mentioned that.
Yep.
Clearlove's immediate response was to go into the opposition jungle and ward, so he knew that there was 2 members missing, and he was low, so recalled towards the safe side of his own lane.
Yeah, and you can see Mako as well indicating that there is a ward in that brush. Shu was spotted putting that one down, so Clearlove taking a different route towards this bottom lane as it's pushing right in underneath that turret.
Will they ward? Oh my god, he dashed
you
in.
dashed in. That is so dangerous. As Clearlove actually a little bit hesitant here, moves out of the way of the play, and now he's going to quick draw in. The exhaust is down. Mako seeing what he can do. Death's quite low now as both teleports are going to be cancelled by the top laners. And we're just going to go back to the laning phase.
Yeah, we go back to laning phase. The flash was used by XQ, so a little bit less pressure, and it was just a massive minion stack, honestly, that would have deterred them from that.
Yeah, I can understand.
Always want to get that farm. It'll put them ahead as well. Play a bit of gold. Here we go.
Oh, my.
He's going to wait.
Oh, tunnels under, gets the knock up here as well as Shu. He's over the top, but can't quite line up the death sentence. Doesn't want to flash for it or anything like that. Clearlove with 200 health is going to go back now and says, guys, you're just really
Will
annoying.
March stop it? That's what I was hoping he'd do again. Didn't stop the recall a second time. Counter jungling will now happen in the opposite direction one more time. These two just trying to apply pressure to each other endlessly.
Yeah. Clearlove, though, you can see, is able to pick up an extra long sword on his back. 5 CS in the lead from those jungle camps. There's Koro using that shield, Titan's Wrath, I believe, in order to keep himself able to trade with 17. He's going to wear off now as he makes his way back into the lane.
6 as well. Lots of pressure that a Nautilus can put down, and with that knowledge of where EDG's jungler is, and find their pressure on 17, sorry, who just assumes that he's nearby.
Yep. Oh, wow. Clearlove once again just walking straight into the enemy jungle, taking some moves.
Let's take a second to appreciate the pink ward is still there.
Oh, yep. Thank you.
So valuable.
17 actually going for the Phage first here on the Fiora.
Yeah.
Actually, relatively stable. I don't know why I got a bit worried about that. I've been seeing so many Hydras recently. March makes his way towards the bottom side. Tremor Sense going to let him know that EDG playing very far back. Sentinel's just roaming this
Clearlove's
river.
confused. He's like, where is this jungler? No idea. They're pinging him now so they know But all of the vision, all the pressure, they even smited the wolf to get that spirit in the top side of HYG's jungle, and he just never showed up.
Yeah. He's just hanging out bottom lane. It's like definitely horizontal jungling to be happening right now.
He's about to get spotted in said pink to do the red buff, you would imagine.
Yep, 17 is holding onto his wave here as well, so the Koro has to overextend. Pink ward value town on this one. Mark is going to take his red buff. Clearlove taking his Krogs towards the top side, see whether he tries to get any ganks down, but you can see 7.5 minutes in this game. Absolutely nothing to be gained right now for either side. Very even on the goal. Slight CS leads across the board is going to mean that EDG is slightly ahead. Not too much to speak of. HYG, they can make a proactive play, pick someone off, could get a snowball rolling in the right direction.
Pawn is roaming a lot as well, clearing waves and disappearing. Kind of presents a lot of
that is not what you want to do with a Riptide 17.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Depth Charge comes out. Not yet. Yeah, there it is now, as 17 God will have to use the riposte, decides not to, as there's the Lantern taken, but that may actually spell death here for the Fiora. Charm doesn't quite land, and collateral damage isn't enough. 17 able to survive this one.
If the charm did connect, he was 100% going to go down. 17 gets out, has that teleport, so can come back to the lane and be perfectly content with farming it under that turret.
Yep.
As honestly, nothing gained. Aww. Aww, rest in pink.
Oh no. That lasted 8 minutes though.
Yeah,
pretty good.
I was just banking on it lasting 20, you know, with the prediction.
Oh, that's true.
Wouldn't have brought it up at level 1. There was so much hype behind it. So young.
I'm really glad that hype's coming from somewhere, because last game there was hype all over the place, and now 0-0. You're at 9 minutes into the game.
Oh, that was nice by Def.
So cute. Pierce mechanics, dude.
Reasons to ban Kalista from Def that we saw throughout most of the last split. Oh,
Oh,
hello.
flash play. There's a death sentence onto Deft as well, as Mako's gone in. Nice exhaust, but that's going to close the gap. Fate's Call comes out. Deft trying to kite around, holding onto the Rend, but it's not enough. The box comes out from Shu, and they've trapped Mako in it. You can see Koro was trying to come around. Clearlove's here as well, as there's the dash forward. Death Sentence lands. There's some low members underneath these turrets, but they have to protect their mid laner. Gosu coming in aggressive onto Koro. And that's 2-0 now for HYG.
And HYG, they find picks in situations where EDG were hyper-aggressive, where they were positioned. No idea why they were under that turret. Deft goes down with both summoners used. Pawn does not leave the middle lane.
Hiding out of vision there just a little bit, but Pawn unable to find a charm opportunity.
Yeah, Pawn had no vision himself, to be fair.
Yeah.
Gosu, though, has himself an assist and is still keeping up in farm in this middle lane. Lots of positives here for HYG on this start. Let's see if they can consolidate this again, though, and not lose through that shock calling as the game continues.
Yeah. They have to keep up this proactive mentality, though. Not get bullied.
Like at all stages after this next buy for Ahri, there's going to be a massive amount of money, potentially the entire Frost Queens if he goes towards that.
Whoa, 2.4k.
Yeah, and he just spent all of it at once. It's an abyssal.
Yep, he's grabbed it.
Laning phase just got a lot harder for Gosu.
Yeah. That's probably why Pawn didn't actually decide to join in. Double Doran's Ring and just not quite enough to bring too much to that fight. But he'll have to make something happen with this money now. As Gosu probably looking, try and get a little bit further towards that Trinity Force. We'll see whether he can afford it yet or whether it's just going to be the Phage. Looks like it's just a Phage for now with a cheeky dagger on top.
What is the amount roughly? 140 CS or something for?
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Has now a package as well that he may try to deliver down this mid lane, as Mako are going to be able to clear out this pink ward. Deft deals with a regular ward of his own. Sentinel comes in.
Let the battle commence.
Pink ward now. Mako going to lock down it with his passive.
And keep in mind, by the way, the Pawn is just sitting somewhere with Clearlove. Like, they're just holding hands on a pink ward.
Just hanging out.
Waiting for someone to rotate, because the bottom lane of EDG were pressuring that pink ward.
Yep, nice dodge. As March is actually going to discover Clearlove. There's the package delivered by Gosu. Clearlove doesn't have a lot of health at the moment.
And the cuteness that they spent in that bush together is not rewarded
No.
But HYG do not get a kill for it.
Oh,
Hello,
Charm
damage.
lands onto Gosu. Takes half of his health. Nice exhaust. He's going to stop his death from ensuing. And Pawn didn't even use the ult.
Exactly the problem here. Exhaust used and no ultimate used by Pawn. Now 100% able to kill his lane opponent if any spell connects.
Has Ignite available as well, does Pawn. Fair bit of mana in his back pocket. Takes a lot of control to go first item Abyssal on Ahri and not run out of mana all the time.
Well, having 2 Doran's Rings helps a lot. And he's auto-attacking primarily the last hit.
Doing well. Corki can punish that a fair bit, but you can see he's actually now in the jungle. So he's not able to do too much. Clearing out that pink ward, as you can see, able to get a pink ward down of his own. Void Rush comes out, March making his presence known for the moment. Gosu gets back to the lane, but this is definitely a better experience for this Corki right now.
And again, Pawn clears the wave, disappears. You never know where he's going to be until he's actually spotted by wards. And this time he's just going to help clear some vision and pressure around the top lane. He'll come back mid for that next wave, you would imagine. Try and clear it again, and then rinse and repeat until it actually works.
And now with all this extra kill pressure on Gosu as well, Gosu has to be very careful being pushed up this far. Yeah, that's true. Moving towards the bottom side, just gets a cheeky dragon ward. No dragons actually being considered at all, nor turrets this game. As EDG are actually behind just a little bit after those 2 kills.
Dragons don't have a lot of use at the moment. Rift Herald also not that beneficial for people to just pick up. Doesn't really help with minion control, just gives them more damage. And you still kill them just as quickly. So really, pick focused here from EDG, just playing around their vision control.
Yeah.
Trying to make things happen, but pretty hard to pick a Rek'Sai. There you go.
Yep, there's the pink ward. It's going to get taken down as Pawn. Once again, moving towards the bottom side this time, but always cheating away from his lane.
That's about 120. So yeah, throw a Trinity Force, pick up boots.
Yeah, okay. The assist there as well probably didn't give it too much. So I like it. We can now look for that 120 mark. First Trinity Force coming out. Yeah. Dodges a full culling, takes 1 bolt, I think.
Pawn level 11 too. You might find him here. There
it is. There's the charm. Uses the ultimate this time. The Ignite's down. Gosu is so dead. Spawn's able to lock that one down. Death Sentence lands onto Mako, but he doesn't really care.
Just so easy to do here for Pawn. And Clearlove's now in the bottom lane.
Oh, XQ. Is the collateral damage going to be there? Uses the heal. Looks exactly enough to save his life there as Mako heroically charges a minion to try and get out. Gets himself a shield. Will be okay for now. Has to tank up the turret. There's the Death Sentence. Fate's Call is going to be used to save him.
17's in as well as the Nautilus who just teleported. They're all just coming down for a party, but the Dragon's what EDG want. And HYG aren't going to be able to stop it. They might try and steal it a Prey Seeker.
Potentially, but no, it is going to go down. Clearlove going to smite that one away. HYG, they do get a ward.
But this is all on the back of Pawn.
Yeah.
Just finds a pick. They know there's no exhaust available for Gosu, but it is now. Oh, hello.
Shooters Lanterns Koro?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Mako looking to try and lock him down. There's a lot of Ren stacks in here as Def wants to be able to pick that one up. Clearlove comes around, doesn't have the collateral damage up just yet. Mako just dancing. What is going on?
He just gave a lantern to the Nautilus. He's like, I'll save you. Got your team, man. Away from me.
Well, in comes Gosu, kind of wishes that was the package. There's the exhaust onto Def, dodges out of 1 spell. Yeah, offers the lantern one more time, does Shu. They do get the pick.
Shu's a bit confused about what side he's on, but all in all, HYG, they do find themselves another pick. The exhaust from Gosu, actually another added feature there. I feel like he'll come back to the middle lane, and Pawn will try and kill him again. It's honestly probably what's going to happen, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
But once again, Pawn has not recalled in quite some time, hasn't actually spent any money, and you would wager has a whole lot of it again.
Yeah. Now moving towards the top side, you can see March actually gets caught by the dredge line. Knocked up his Koro though, but he flashes forward. He really wants to lock down this kill onto March. Riptide not available just yet, and everyone backing away as Gosu is moving up the river. HYG now backing in the bottom lane as well, so no one knew exactly where they were.
This would be a good time for Pawn to clear the wave and recall if he has enough money for what he's looking for. The package is available for Corki, so you want to be as strong as possible if he tries to utilize it.
Yep, Rocket. Gonna lock down the CS, but Pawn.
So much pressure.
He's been nimbly dodging these rockets as well every single time. Look at him. Just doesn't get hit by spells, man.
There's a fine line between dodging and missing as well, though. We need to recognize, I think.
I think it's better to applaud people for dodging rather than calling people out for missing, I guess.
It is, but when you throw rockets out that often, you know,
Yeah, you're bound to hit one.
it's not like a Jinx ultimate.
You miss every rocket you don't throw, Rusty. That's the rule.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Hex Drinker actually the option here for Gosu. I would have really honestly liked a QSS. It seems that every time he's going to get charmed, he's going to die.
So I actually would almost say I prefer the Hex Drinker, but it's not for laning phase that I would prefer it.
Okay.
You can't get out of a Nautilus ultimate. You can't get out of a Poppy charge. You can't actually even use your W when Poppy's next to you. I think Charm is the biggest concern for getting picked. But if you live through the burst of the other members, if you're positioned well enough, then you shouldn't go down. And just so you know.
Yeah, that's a Loomzecker.
Yeah. And I was saying he was sitting on gold. I wasn't sure just how much, but it was evidently enough for an entire Loomzecker.
Pawn's got this thing, right, where he's decided he can't buy components of items. He can only buy full items.
Yeah.
And purple items. Clear Love going to be able to lock down his wolves, but March is hanging around like a pest. Zek to be able to help out with this Grom. Oh, Clear Love gets forward, but doesn't lock it down. March going to be able to dig himself out.
If ever there was a time for EDG to fight the...
Oh, Koro actually getting a lot of damage back onto 17 right now. Good use of the riposte. But the ultimate not going to get procced as Koro. It's just being big. Being real big.
Yeah, and actually, the response from EDG was to put Ahri in that bottom lane to wave clear and deal with the pressure of 3 members.
Dan has that Luden, so I guess wave
Still dive him, though. There's still 3 of them there. If a hook connects, he's dead.
Didn't that time. Nice movement speed boost comes out. As EDG are moving over. Oh my goodness, throws out the charm now and hits the Q onto XQ. Oh my goodness, the Ignite's down, he's gonna die! Clear Love locks it down. Already 2 kills as March falls as well, but Pawn is on fire today.
This entire best of 3 series so far has just been Pawn and friends trying their absolute hardest to let him carry, and that's exactly what they're doing, facilitating this Ahri exceptionally well. There's a lot of farm, 2-0-1. EDG's mid laner, he's looking scary right now.
So good. And we saw like Pawn wasn't exactly playing up to his MSI best at Worlds as well. It's really great to see Pawn playing at the level that we expected him to play on the international stage. Hopefully he can carry this one through.
He just feels comfortable. It's playing whatever he wants.
So much. Actually makes me think of Wayless, you know. Oh no, I promise not to talk about LGD because
you know, HYG's KDA as a team is 2.6. LGD's is 1.3. It's the same amount of games.
oh,
Orange isn't even above 1. You brought it up.
I know. I regret it a lot. HYG though, they're going for what is theoretically a desperation Baron. There are pings on it now for EDG. It's down to only half health. They don't have the secure of Callista. But this Baron may actually fall. Might be locked down, is going to, but are they going to pay the price now as Pawn gets melted? Already locked down now by 17, who doesn't have any mana. EDG locked down that kill. Can they get any more? Gosu's going to fall as well. Koro almost explodes towards the end. But if they make it out with 3 Barons, they're going to be pretty happy for the 2-for-1 trade.
Absolutely going to be happy. Pawn just threw himself inside that Baron pit. Almost felt like he lost his life in an attempt to steal it. Otherwise, would not necessarily agree with his positioning to start that fight off. Thankfully, the rest of EDG do make their way in. HYG get a Baron?
Oh, Descent doesn't land here as Deft is trying to dance around, but look at the burst damage out of this Lucian. The Rend is going to slow him down. Clear Love is looking for it. Does have the burst there as the end of the line comes in, and EDG looking to try and clear the map of Baron buffs. March now as well. He's going to die after the CC against the wall. Double kill now for Clear Love as Koro tries to dash out of the way. It's not enough as 17 locks down that kill. Mako very healthy, but has to take care of these 2 quite weak
Ooh.
members of the team. Nice W, gets the lockdown into the wall. Pawn makes his way back in. Not going to be able to get the turret though, and EDG can't quite answer that Baron.
And one Baron stands here. Shu on this Thresh. Still giving them the buff that they're looking for, but EDG keep finding these kills. Seemingly out of simple aggression from HYG that doesn't necessarily need to be there. But with this buff, they can kind of start to pressure the middle lane.
Yeah.
They need the
thing
Thresh
is-
to stay though.
The crazy thing is they're still behind in gold.
Yeah.
EDG still ahead by about, HYG still ahead by about 1.1 thousand.
Yeah.
Clearlove's just padding that KDA though, continuing to.
Yeah.
0 and 1.
His Graves KDA, if this game continues the way it is now, it's just going to be disgusting. Good.
He was on 19 before, heading towards
This
24.
gets stolen. Oh, never mind.
Trace
They didn't
Eagle.
react to it.
Attempted Trace Eagle there. Dragon #1 here for HYG being taken down. Very, very quick work. They're going to make it this one.
Of course, Dragon, not a massive priority. It's only the first one for HYG. EDG don't need to fight it. What they will do, however,
Yeah, Mako actually with the W, not going to stop any sort of dashes forward. Nice against the Fiora, but look at this minion stack. That is gigantic. So many caster creeps onto this
Here
inner
they
turret.
go.
EDG looking for the lockdown. XQ, there's the ultimate out of Nautilus. Koro able to get a lot of work done as Pawn. Dashing around this fight. The grand challenge is down, but it's under Koro, probably not the priority target. And that is going to be Fiora falling. March now right in amongst it, but he's not going to last long. As now EDG, with all of their members now alive, try to take down Illusion. They're going to be able to do it. Clearlove locks it through. And that almost looked too easy for EDG.
the damage is just always going to be there from this EDG side. 6-0 and 4 right now. Clearlove on Graves.
29 KDA this
Something
series.
that you need to actually address is this Graves. Deft and Mako, they play together in these team fights so well, knocking everybody around. And 17 was just stuck in the back line. And he was honestly just the target to kill first.
Yeah.
The rest of EDG basically zoned them all off until then, and then killed them.
Yeah, Clearlove making use of that Sterix gauge that he just picked up as well. He was right in the front line on this Graves. Having a look at it again.
Yeah, so Pawn puts down a lot of damage with Clearlove, and 17 separates himself from the rest of the team now aggressively, looking to get a reset, get some passive back from that ultimate. And this is just the rest of EDG working now. Pawn throws a key backwards for speed, quickly regrets it, but the W works, does enough damage, and Clearlove is a beast.
Monster. Absolute monster. Now going towards a rapid fire cannon by the looks of things. Happy to stay on that Hex Drink for the moment. Not transforming it into the Maw.
And this is, honestly, we look at HYG, they found themselves a Baron and a gold lead. It was a good decision to do the Baron, in all fairness. They tried too hard to use the Baron and get out team fought from an experienced shot-calling side once again.
Yeah, Pawn now has himself a Rabadon's Death Cap. He's got a lot of AP.
Yes.
Gonna be very, very scary. Gosu locks down the blue buff. Mako and Koro looking to try and find their way in. Koro dredge lines a wall, closes some distance, but not gonna find too much now as Pawn hanging around this mid lane has prepared this wave earlier. You can see, damage from Deft over the top. Uses that Ren pretty early as Shu. He's heading back to base.
They're okay with diving here if they find a pick. Nautilus has a very long hook with a large latch range. If they can get a charm on the person that Koro hooks, they're dead.
Yeah, Charm
Ooh,
lands onto
17.
17. May explode here as Deft is able to lock that one through. Shu's back here, boxes down underneath this turret, but Pawn able to get a lot of burst. Locks down the kill there as, oh my god, that was just the ultimate. Gosu now trying to kite around. The exhaust is down onto March as EDG. They're tanking up turrets. They don't really care. Going to eventually get their way out because that inner turret wasn't dead yet, guys. Koro just going to tank this inhibitor turret, and EDG looking to try and get their way through and break open the base.
Yeah, Brute forcing their way into this turret. Now they're going to take a bit of damage. Minions finally hit to supplement their stroll. Oh my god, hello.
Oh, package delivered. Gosu now trying to go 1v5. He's going to die as Godlike Clearlove locks down that kill. March says, okay, you're dead. Now it's my turn.
No, he says follow me away from the inhibitor.
Well, he is actually able to do that,
Yeah.
as everyone is going to back away. Some flashing red lights on the side of EDG. So in the end, yeah, nice play from March.
Exactly right. They lead them away. And of course, Ghosted throws himself at them.
Oh,
almost
17.
worked.
What was that teleport?
I just feel like HYG have almost hit the point where they're just trying too hard to make things work.
Yeah.
Where EDG are doing stuff as a team at the moment. It's like they've now got tabs on where he is in that scrying orb. And Cora's just going to walk around like, sup.
Yep. Waits
that
for
Ed?
Clear Love. Just says, have a riptide, buddy.
Hey, again, what's your plan here, 17? You've just teleported and now you've had to flash away.
No, Koro
And
didn't
Pawn's
have the
here.
ultimate. Oh, there's the Spirit Rush. Dodges out of the way of the riposte. Grand Challenge goes down and Pawn says, now I look pretty.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, most definitely. Glorious pink circle around him as well. Kind of matches his aura with the Abyssal Scepter, which is nice. And once again, kills and assists being copied by Clear Love and Pawn this game. 707, 717.
Part of me feels like Pawn is currently building a second death cap. That's just what it looks like. I swear to God.
What are those two? That's a Void Staff and a...
Void Staff Zonia's, but there's two half
Yeah.
items right there that he didn't need to buy.
Yeah. He just wants more AP.
Yeah, it's in the game now, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I just hope it becomes a death cap.
I do like it though. Like it brings back what you used to do, where you just pick up a blasting one before a team fight if you just want to.
Well,
have as
usually
much
it
damage
used
as
to be the
possible.
elixir.
Yeah, true.
So didn't go for that route.
No, it's just I want more ability power, please.
Because
What numbers he on? What numbers he's on?
his ability power.
Yeah.
If I had to make a guess, I'd say like 5-4.
Got
I'm guessing. So
next time we hover over.
that would be great, guys.
No, it's not happening. Not doing it. We'll have a look at Lucian. though. There it is.
635.
635.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Nice.
Well, he does probably need that Void Stuff though. Get through a bit of this magic resist that
Yeah.
is in the form of the Locket, the Iron Solari, and these couple of Hex Drinkers that are around.
I don't know if it'll be that big of a deal though, having already got that much ability power.
Yeah.
You could Pawn wants to.
He's just walking at them. Oh, there's the Spirit Rush. Koro locks down the AD carry. The knockup's there. Grand Challenge is down onto Pawn. He's trying to put his back against the wall, but they manage to get the healing circle. Just flat out isn't enough as they all get knocked up. Deft is having a field day in this fight. EDG sacrifice their star mid laner and pick up the team of HYG.
And even Def just wants to pad his stats at the moment, chasing a Thresh down who will live, but they've got a minion wave, and they've got an opportunity to win this entire game right now with only Shu remaining, a commanding EDG.
Oh yeah, Koro was just tanking the turret because he felt like it. Nexus turrets are falling left and right. 29 minutes was that game, so a little bit longer than the previous, but EDG still in pretty commanding fashion towards the end there. And once again, Clear Love, an unbelievable performance on this Graves.
8-0-10 this time, Clear Love. Surely he gets given MVP on second game with no deaths.
And a 37 KDA across 2 games. Pretty silly stuff.
That's a Graves to be afraid of.
And it certainly is.
HYG, they gave it a better effort this time, honestly. But this is the EDG that we expected to see.
It was always going to be such a tough matchup for HYG as well. Sort of the second team heading out of the LSPL gets auto-promoted into the LPL.
Yeah.
It's a tough story for these guys up against the MSI roster of EDG, arguably one of the strongest teams in the LPL right now.
Absolutely.
Even with RNG and QG running around the Rift, just because, you know, they played the first couple of weeks with Fire Lolly on the roster, didn't quite look like the same team, but now it's looking as dominant as the QG, the RNG type games that we've been seeing.
And I really look forward to that rematch as well with RNG.
Yeah.
So a lot of positives to take from this from EDG. And again, the growing pains you would have to say from HYG moving into the LPL. The drafting was fine. It's just execution. And they got run around the map at like a strategic level, essentially.
Yeah.
And just got shown how to play the game.
They did. I mean, watching these VODs back will be really useful for HYG, to be perfectly honest, because they're going to be able to learn a lot about what they should have done. They had leads. That Baron call is fantastic. Able to lock that one down. Only lost 2 members, but killed Pawn as well. So they were able to make that call. But it was just from there, the scrappy skirmishes, the getting caught in the jungle, is exactly what they didn't want to happen. And they just fell further and further behind. Pawn was able to get the most phenomenal team fight and at least start to a team fight towards that bottom lane afterwards. And that looked like they were setting up for a really good siege. And then EDG had exactly what the answer was, and it was to do with lax of vision, things like that HYG can clean up.
Yeah, absolutely right. It was pretty clinical here from EDG, just knowing when they should fight, recognizing as well not to fight as an example for Pawn. So when he had like 2,400 gold in his money in his back pocket, just said, I'm not going to come help you. I'm going to go get some items. And then actually just kills his lane opponent once he gets the items. So just awareness overall from these guys at an individual level.
Well, you can see the first game, of course, was a 2-1 victory for Invictus Gaming, coming out swinging in game number 1, falling behind with an interesting Baron call in game number 2, and then really coming home with a massive rookie game number 3. And you can see this one, severe victory for EDG, you have to say. 25 minutes followed by a 29-minute victory here for this squad. Edward Gaming, with Clear Love on the roster, definitely look like a team to beat right now as they're getting their way back up in the standings. Still have to play against IG. Actually, that game needs to be rematched. So both of them now sitting on 2 points, and that's going to be an important match as far as these standings are concerned, as far as getting back up towards RNG.
21st of February, I believe we'll see that one. And of course, that just means there's an extra point remaining for both of those teams that are second place behind RNG.
Yeah, and as you can see, LGD going to be taking on Master 3 tomorrow. Snake then against Team WE. And that is going to be an exciting matchup. Snake versus WE, because WE have been looking a whole lot better, and Snake have been looking like their inconsistent selves.
Yeah,
on the Rift
which also means there could be a hint of brilliance from these guys going
Flat
up
out,
against World Elite. And World Elite still with a lot to prove. They've shown a lot of marked improvements, but we'll see how they go tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. But that is going to spell the end for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. On behalf of myself, Rusty, and our whole production crew, thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow.